Well, for the latest on the aftermath of those riots on Sunday, then here is our correspondent Inacio in Brasilia.
Brazil is still counting the costs of this, the worst attack on its democracy since the end of the military dictatorship in the 1980s. The cost in financial terms is still being calculated, but is expected to run into millions of euros. But it's the cost to Brazil's psyche and its political sense of confidence which is more worrying. That's why the government was swift to act. President Lula has shown he's not going to be intimidated by these far-right extremists, and he's vowed that they will all be brought to justice. Around 1,500 have been arrested so far. They're in custody and are helping police in their investigations. In fact, the volume of suspects is so big that the federal district where Brasilia is based has asked for help from neighboring states in processing these suspects. Meanwhile, a warrant has been issued for the arrest of Anderson Torres, the security secretary for the federal district, who's suspected of colluding with the far-right extremists. And the governor, Ibanez Rocha, has been removed from his post for 90 days because of the lack of action by his government. Meanwhile, there have been protests in defense of democracy in Rio and Sao Paulo. A reminder to these extremists that the majority of the country did indeed vote for Lula, and Lula himself has been speaking to President Joe Biden of the US to see how the countries can work together more closely to defend and strengthen democracy in Latin America.